Could millions of mutated cells be quietly destroying your body from the inside? Experts warn that nearly all older Americans feel the destructive effects of these zombie cells. Disturbing new studies indicate that zombie cells could be responsible for muscle weakness, cognitive decline, chronic inflammation, diabetes, and more. Zombie cells are created when certain healthy cells become too damaged. The damage causes a frightening mutation that leaves these cells in a state between life and death. Zombie cells emit toxic signals to nearby tissue, wreaking havoc on your body from the inside out. These cells cause such damage that some even believe them to be the true cause of aging. Are zombie cells the biggest threat to your health yet? Where do they get their disturbing powers? And most importantly, how can you protect your youth from this menace? In this video, I'll explain the latest cutting-edge research on zombie cells. You'll learn everything you need to know about where they come from, what they can do, and how one powerful strategy can cleanse them from your body before it's too late. What are zombie cells? Zombie cells are human cells that malfunction and cause a wide range of issues inside our bodies. The reason they're called zombie cells has to do with the way cells die. Normally, when a cell dies, it enters a self-destruct sequence. This way, the cell's remains can get cleaned up, ensuring that they don't cause any problems in the future. However, certain factors we'll discuss soon can damage your cells. This damage often prevents cells from self-destructing. They're stuck in a state where they're not really alive, but they can't die, hence the name zombie cells. To make matters worse, because of all that damage, zombie cells often malfunction and send harmful signals to nearby organs and tissue. In fact, many of these conditions we associate with aging can come from having too many zombie cells. This includes problems like cognitive decline, osteoporosis, diabetes, muscle weakness, and more. Now, zombie cells can happen for a huge variety of reasons. With that said, let's get to the first fact you need to know. Number 1, the air you breathe may be zombifying your cells right now. Cells need oxygen to produce energy, but almost everywhere in the world, there's something else in the air we breathe. I'm talking about a type of pollution called fine dust. Fine dust is one of the most common air pollutants in the world and can come from anywhere, including construction sites, power plants, cars, and even fires. In fact, according to the World Health Organization, fine dust pollution is far beyond healthy levels in many parts of the world. And recent studies have revealed that breathing in this unavoidable contaminant can cause cells to zombify over time. Worse, clinical trials suggest that these zombie cells are a direct cause of chronic lung issues like COPD. However, air pollution isn't the only threat to our cells. Alarming studies have found that sun exposure, obesity, and a wide variety of common lifestyle factors can cause the type of damage that zombifies your cells. All of this makes zombie cells nearly impossible to avoid. That's concerning by itself, but even more so when you consider what these dangerous cells actually do to your body. That brings us to our second fact. Zombie cells can be immortal. We know that zombie cells don't self-destruct like normal cells. However, this leads to a frightening reality if they're left alone. Zombie cells will survive indefinitely. As a result, these malfunctioning cells will continue to accumulate, becoming a bigger danger over time. When this happens, zombie cells can cause wide-ranging damage to your body. Numerous studies show that zombie cell buildup plays a major role in almost all neurodegenerative diseases, including Parkinson's. Recent reports have found that this process may be behind vision loss and eye disease. It's thought that zombie cells may even play a role in insulin resistance, which is what causes diabetes. So for good reason, your body sees zombie cells as a dangerous toxin. It responds by telling your immune system to eliminate this threat. But there's a problem. Researchers have discovered that zombie cells have adapted a sinister way to shield themselves from your immune system. They do this by working together in what scientists call pro-survival networks. Zombie cells in these networks send signals to each other that help them stand up to your immune system. As more zombie cells accumulate, the networks grow stronger, making them harder and harder for your immune system to break through. While there is a way for your immune system to get the upper hand and reverse the damage, which we'll discuss later, this adaptation makes zombie cells frighteningly durable and in many cases immortal. But let's go back to the immune system because our next fact will expose a whole new level of chaos these dangerous cells can cause. Number 3, zombie cells turn your immune system against you. Recall that your body tries to attack and destroy these networks of zombie cells? But how does your immune system do that? It uses a mechanism called inflammation. Inflammation is how your body responds to any toxin or virus. When you catch a cold, the stuffy nose you get is actually caused by inflammation. Your immune system uses this as a way to contain and kill the cold virus. Your body responds the same way to zombie cells. As long as it sees them, it'll keep responding with inflammation. But unlike a cold virus, zombie cells have networks that make them nearly invulnerable to inflammation. So your immune system triggers more and more inflammation, which is a major problem because sustained or chronic inflammation causes even more damage to your body. Chronic inflammation is known to be a major driver of joint and mobility problems like arthritis. It's also been strongly linked to obesity and cardiovascular disease. On top of that, it's a major driver of digestive issues like IBS and bowel disease. But that's not all. Inflammation could cause one more problem, one so massive that it might be the single biggest threat to your youth yet. Number 4, zombie cells may send your body into an aging death spiral. We know that zombie cells themselves cause aging. We also know that they can trick your body into damaging itself with inflammation. If this two-pronged attack wasn't bad enough, studies have found that inflammation has yet another disturbing consequence. It turns out inflammation may actually create more zombie cells. This leads to a vicious cycle. More zombie cells means more inflammation, and more inflammation means more zombie cells. As a result, both of these threats become increasingly destructive, wreaking havoc on your body from the inside out. Now, if this has you worried, there's good news. Scientists have been desperately searching for a way to combat zombie cells, and miraculously, they've discovered a secret weapon you can use to protect yourself from this threat. Special antioxidants can kill zombie cells. While our immune systems have a hard time killing zombie cells by themselves, a class of powerful nutrients called antioxidants can help. Antioxidants have a special ability to neutralize and destroy toxins. Interestingly, new studies have emerged that show that certain antioxidants called polyphenols are so strong they can even destroy zombie cells. That's why it's critical to get as many of these polyphenols as possible to protect yourself from aging. In particular, you need resveratrol, which comes from red wine, quercetin, which comes from blueberries, raspberries, and herbs, and fisetin, which comes from strawberries. Though you can get polyphenols from these natural sources, you can also obtain them in supplement form to ensure you're getting enough to stand up to zombie cells. Everyone should be concerned about zombie cells. They're so hard to avoid that each of us likely has them inside of us right now. Thankfully, however, resveratrol, quercetin, and fisetin supplements, we can protect our youth from this threat. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed today's topic about zombie cells and how to fight them, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'll be discussing new exciting health topics regularly. I'm Dr. Anil Bajnath, wishing you the very best on your journey on becoming a more youthful you. Thank you.